Well, ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome back to Manor Lords. This is episode 4 in our Let's Play series. So if you haven't watched the first few episodes yet, please go and do so. I'll link them above. And let's get started immediately. Yeah, so thanks for joining in. This is a brand new year, a brand new episode. Let's get going. In the previous episode, we just returned from battle. We defeated about 3 raider camps that were scattered throughout the regions. So by doing that, we were able to get ourselves a little bit of coin into our treasury. And we also need to note that the raiders are near. There's about 48 days left before they come. And before that time, I would like to try and have a manor up and running. So that's the first thing that we'll attend to today. So I'm thinking of building the manor somewhere with a bit of a view. The only place that I can think of now is right about here. I don't want to get too close to the deer over there. We still need them. They are definitely a valuable part of our fuel supply. So let's see what we need here, so that we can start doing that. Looks like we've got everything: 5 timber, 20 planks and 15 rubblestone. So we'll start with that immediately. And now all of a sudden I do not have enough goods. So let's go and check it out quickly. Oh, it's the planks. So if you remember, in the previous episode we did set up our boyer's shop and also a joiner's shop, and they are creating large shields and then also just some regular warbows for exports and also for our militia, obviously. So seeing that we've got about 85 warbows in stock and also about 46 shields, I'm just gonna set the plank reserve up to 20 so that we can get that manor built as fast as possible. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna place this down right here, and we're gonna commit to that. So as soon as the manor is constructed, then we can start with our retinue. So the retinue is a bit of a specialized military wing, a bit of a personal bodyguards to myself. So they are also a very strong fighting force, and we will definitely need them when the raiders arrive. And then also with the manor constructed, I can go ahead and hire mercenaries from outside just to up our numbers a bit, because you'll see we only have about 22 families in total. So we don't really have the numbers yet to form a strong enough militia. I think what I'll also have to do is see if we can spare any families so that they can help speed up the construction. Over here we've got 2 families and this building requires maintenance. So let's remove 1 family, and then for the maintenance we're just waiting for some tools to be imported because we ran out of tools. So I've set the desired surplus to 10. They are quite expensive, but we do need them if we want to continue operating all our buildings. I see at the moment at least we do have 5, so they will probably start maintaining this building in a short while. So let's go ahead and see. No one at the windmill, no one at the farmhouse. I think what we should do is just stop mining for now, because this is just an extra activity. It's not really something that we do need at the moment. And then I'm also going to remove this person from that storehouse that I built there. I did build a storehouse over there just so that we can manage to transport the iron as well as the clay that we are mining a bit quicker, so that the generic storage of these buildings do not get full as quickly. But we don't need that now. So we'll remove those families. I see we do have 6 available for construction, and hopefully they get going soon on this manor. So while we wait for the construction of our manor to be completed, I think we should just get back to basics a bit and take a look at what we have and what we need. So we've got 7 months of food at this stage, and seeing that it's January already, that's pretty good, because soon we will be going into spring and then summer, and the berries will start growing again, and also the deer will start reproducing again. So for now the food situation is good. Fuel is lasting only 6 months, but not because we don't have enough fuel coming in. I think it is because we are trading it away for some coin. Yeah, so right there we've got our charcoal export level sitting at about 50 that we need in surplus. I think I'll increase this to around 70. Just so that we can be sure we've got enough of a surplus for our little village. At the moment we're working towards about 6 months, but later I'd like to get it to about 12 months. So if we can have a year's surplus food as well as fuel, that'll be great. So I think for now with the charcoal I'm going to set a trade route as well, just to be sure that it's always going out efficiently. Okay, and it also looks like our manor is starting to take form. Currently 31 days left until the raider attack, so I think we will be able to finish this in 31 days. I definitely hope so. So right after the harvest that we had in the previous year, we set the family to the communal oven to bake bread. You can see that there's nothing stored inside, so I presume that all the flour have indeed been used. And if we look at the granary, we can see we've got about 8 pieces of rye bread. So yeah, I guess all the flour have been used and pretty much all of the bread has already been consumed as well. Another thing that we need to do now that we've got some coin is definitely to plant an additional vegetable garden. This time I'm going to go with cabbages. They are the most expensive, but I think they yield pretty good as well. So let's go ahead and set that to cabbages. And now we have carrots growing in this field, in the snow, mind you. And then on this side we will have some nice cabbages, so just to ensure that we've got a good vegetable supply as well. So the manor has been constructed. Let's go and take a look at that. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad at all. And now immediately I also want to go into the taxes, and we'll set the land tax at 5. And then tithing is food being given away through the church, and that will gain us influence. Influence, you'll see we've got 1.6 thousand at the moment. That was because we attacked all those bandit camps. That isn't too bad. We'll set that at 5 as well for now. I'm going to go ahead and set up our mining operation again. Let's add 2 families to the clay and 2 to the iron. And then 1 family to that storehouse again. And that leaves us with 1 family left for construction purposes, so that seems pretty good. Alright, so we've got 5 days left before the raider attack, and I think that'll give us just enough time to go into visit mode and take a walk or a stroll through our little village just before those bandits arrive. I must say that I do love this map. Once again, check out those beautiful views. That really isn't too bad. Well, good day, kind sir. Watch out for the wall now. Let's take a little walk across our river here and have a look at the timber industry. Whoops, that shouldn't happen. Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, this game isn't quite finished yet. It's still in early access, and the developers are doing a really great job at improving. Every now and then there's a new update or a new patch coming out. So like I said in previous episodes as well, I am really excited to see what this game can become. So as you can see, ladies and gents, it's March, and that means spring has come around, and also the raiders are here. Enemy unit has been spotted. We immediately need to rally our troops, so let's go ahead and do that. And then also, now that we've got the manor built and we've got some cash in our treasury, we can also go ahead and hire some mercenaries. So if you go into the army tab, you'll see there's a hire mercenaries option. And let's see what we have here. Alright, so I think first things first, these guys arrive at different spots on the map. So we need to go and check what regions are around us. So we are Altbrook. Lita Flute is the one right next to us. We don't want mercenaries coming from that direction. Well, we can, because I see there is our group of raiders. They're quite far away, actually. This is in a neighboring town. And could it be that these guys have decided... this is my rival's army. And here are the raiders. So it looks like the raiders have decided to go for their territory instead of mine. There's another group of raiders over there. Okay, so we'll just leave our guys rallied at the moment. Our little militia. Let's see. We do have about 22 archers, 20 spearmen, and then our 5 retinue. We'll show you the retinue anyway. You can clearly see that they are professional soldiers. They are a bit more heavily armored, and they've got bigger weapons as well. And then also we can go ahead and increase the size of the retinue, and we will be getting to that, just not immediately. So let's see how the action is going. This is also the first time that we have actually visited our rival, our arch nemesis' region. And obviously they have also been expanding and growing quite a lot. Ultimately, at the end of the game, our main goal will be to destroy this rival of ours and put claim to their land and their city. This also gives us an opportunity just to see how strong our enemy militia is. And at the moment he's got 36 spearmen over there, 32 here, and then also 5 retinue. So at the moment he doesn't have any archers, but his numbers are definitely stronger than ours. And I think we need to start expanding our city and get a bigger population. You can also see the big vegetable gardens. We've only got about 2 of these going. He's got a bunch more. Okay, ladies and gents, so we can also see that our rival over here, let's see who it is, it's Barbara, and she has now laid claim to Earlhart, and we need to decide now if we want to try and stop her. I think at the moment we can probably hire in mercenaries if we want to resolve the claim on the battlefield. Let's see what is in this region. They've got a rich stone deposit, and that is a huge economic booster. And then some mushrooms as well. I think we should go ahead and do that. Let's immediately resolve that claim on the battlefield. And we'll see what she does. She's probably going to send these troops over there. So she's got about, let's say, around 60 men at her disposal, where for our side our numbers are not quite there yet. So what I will do is I'll see if I can get in a few more mercenary troops to help us with this, and then we can stop her from expanding any further. So first things first, these battle brothers and the brothers of the forest will arrive in Leitervlucht. Strange names this for a guy from South Africa. It's not that easy to pronounce. Okay, and that's the region right next to us. So we will definitely go ahead and we'll get in this group, and we'll also get in this group. There's definitely trouble on the horizon for old Barbara. Let's go ahead and dispatch our guys right here to the border, and we will stop them from running so that they can just save some stamina. That's one thing that I've seen as well. The retinue, they do tend to burn through a lot of stamina while running. So this is actually the region that she is claiming, and I think we should push our guys into this region, because I presume that's where the battle will be taking place. Alright, here we go. So this is our militia marching out of our city, and then this will be the mercenaries we hired. Just look at that force. I think we might have gone overboard a little, but never mind. Moving into our neighboring region now is our militia, and the hired mercenaries not far behind. And I believe this is where Barbara will be waiting for us. Now she only has 36 men. I wonder where her other troops are. Oh, there they are in the forest right there. Oh, and we've got a band of raiders right here as well. So let's see, we'll first gather our militia and have them meet these raiders on the road right here. And with the archers just a little bit back, of course. Alright, it seems like the bandits are running straight past my guys, which isn't a problem. We'll just assault them from behind, and I presume they are going straight for the hired mercenaries. Okay, we already won them. That wasn't really much of a challenge or a battle. Let's go ahead and just select everyone. And let's have them run. We need to speed things along. Strength in numbers, guys. Strength in numbers. Okay, and we'll send this to my treasury as well. Just a little bit of a bonus there. I just want to let them get in formation first. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. So let's go ahead and move out towards that region that's being claimed. Okay guys, time to start splitting these troops, so we'll get our militia spearmen as well as the retinue. All the hand-to-hand combat guys, we'll get them separated from the archers, and then we'll form up right there. And then the two archer units, we can do one on this side and we can do one on that side. And so the battle is definitely underway. My guys are getting really fatigued at this moment because of all the uphill running. I want my militia guys just to fall back a bit. I mean, the mercenaries are getting paid. Let's put them in danger first. Let's take the attack to them.
Heavy infantry. My liege. Your orders. My liege. Yes, sire. My liege. Faster.
It does seem like the large-scale battles still need a little bit of work. And we'll get our retinue in here. Okay, so everyone is just running all over the place now. As we've got the numbers, I'm gonna let them push forward. So we have a whole bunch of guys standing and bundled up there, standing behind each other. That's not really that effective, so I need to see if I can make some of these guys just flank a bit. Where are the archers? I want you guys right there. And I want you guys right there. Alright, I just want my guys to start returning to formation so that we can see what is going on here. This was quite interesting. Oh, there's another unit. All the way back there. But that's in her region, and I don't know why they are not pressing towards this area being claimed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell all the hand-to-hand combat troops that they should go ahead and push forward. Just for in case they see someone. So I think what we'll do, form up back here, and then we will tell our own militia members to head back to our village, because no work is being done here while we wait. And you guys can go ahead and run. And then I'll use those mercenaries together with the 5 retinue that I have to go after any other troops of hers. Okay, there you go. So our own villagers and militia men are heading back home. And with the hired mercenaries, we're going to have to pay them again, but it's not a lot, so I'll do that. And then we are going to head into our enemy's territory to go and get after these few troops that she has left. Maybe we should just form up right there. And then put the archers at the back. If I were you, gentlemen, I'd really just walk away. I mean, you're 9 guys, come on. Yeah, go and do it. Alright, so yeah, sorry that we had to pay again now for another month, even though we didn't use them for, you know, like 5 seconds. What I'll do now is I will disband all the paid mercenaries, and then our retinue can just go back home. Alright guys, so while we wait for all our military units to return from the battle, let's see. Pantry is full. Where will that be? Probably... no, not there. I wonder where that message is coming from. This burgage plots. Okay, so it seems like the pantry is full in this burgage plot with carrots. That might be because all of our militiamen were out of the region to do battle, and therefore there might be no one in the storehouse or the granary going back and forth quick enough to collect. Alright, so our spearman is returning over here. We can go ahead and disband them so that they can get back to work. Yeah, sorry about all the confusion on the battlefield. That was totally unexpected. And a bit of a large-scale battle. So I didn't quite know if we were coming or going, but at least we won. And that region is no longer being claimed by our enemy, so at least we stopped them from expanding. And that means we can focus on growing our village as quickly as possible for the reason so that we can strengthen our military. Here comes the archers as well. I just want to allow everyone to get a bit closer to the center of town, and then we can disband them. Okay, here they are, and that's perfect. Disband, and the retinue disband. So before we end this episode, I think it's important that we just go through everything again, especially our raw materials, to make sure that we are collecting food over here. We need to check what's going on the farm to see that everyone is in place, and also with the mining and so forth, the timber industry, just to make sure everything is as it should be, because we got really distracted with that big battle. Okay, we're in April, so I've just decided to leave one family on the logging camp, one family on the woodcutter's lodge, and then to restock the forester's hut with 2 families so that they can go ahead and plant trees as quickly as possible. The saw pit is going, and the charcoal kiln is going, so that means our timber is sorted. Okay, and then with the farming, we've got the field on fallow at the moment, but you see rye fertility is quite good, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that, and we'll fallow the following year. And then I just need to add a family there, but I'll remember it's only April. Let's go ahead and do that now. As I've explained, mining is a secondary task. We don't have any rich mining resources, so we're just taking these few that we have out of the ground. So we'll go ahead and assign those 2 families to the farmhouse. Maybe we can still get a good crop in this year. Then regarding food, our forager hut has 1 person. We can actually increase that a bit because the berries are growing strong. We'll see if we can find an available family soon. Hunting camp have 2 families and a lot of wild animals, so that's good. They can go ahead and continue gathering some meat for us. Luckily, these vegetable gardens will be taking care of themselves. So we've got 2 unassigned families at the moment, so we'll go ahead and add 1 to the forager hut. And now that should take care of the food. Currently we have 5 months of surplus. That will increase momentarily. Well guys, that's going to do it for episode 4. If you like the content, please remember to like and subscribe. I truly do appreciate it. And that way we can continue with some amazing Manor Lord content. There will be some interesting stuff coming up in episode 5. We'll focus on expanding our village so that we can get a larger population and strengthen our military. We might also just move into another region. And also remember that all episodes will be available on my channel under the playlist Manor Lords. That's gonna do it from me guys. Cheers.